everybody. Welcome to another episode of Past the Paddock. Hope you're all doing well. We were thinking the other day, what would it be like if we were all able to build our own F1 team? So today, we're going to share our ideal F1 team. We're going to do it based on the 2025 grid. So it'll be 2025 drivers. We're going to do team principal, a team just like with the engineers and pit crew, etc., and an engine, and a livery. Livery is the only one we can choose any historical livery from the past because there's so many liveries. How are we just supposed to restrict it to one season? Of course. So, Avi, if you want to go first with your team, we'd love to hear from you.
I am so ready. If y'all want to drag me through the mud, I am ready.
I'm ready to drag you.
My two drivers, I put Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz. I put an honorable mention just because I put Max and Oscar. I didn't put Max and Lando because they would cost me too much money, and I want my drivers and my cars in one piece. Anyways. My team, I put Ferrari strategists, but the McLaren engineers. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, that's what I put, because, yeah, that's all I need to say. Team principal, Toto Wolff. Need I say more? I don't think so. Engine, I just did the Mercedes engine, the performance engine. And then the livery, I did the McLaren Marlboro. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Marlboro.
Sorry.
It's a hard word to pronounce.
It's iconic, but in no way do I condone smoking. But it's just it's iconic. I'm sorry.
It's so cute, though. It's a cute livery.
Right?
It's a great livery.
I love the colors.
No, it's so good.
Probably one of the
I
best.
love
honestly.
that livery so dearly.
Yeah, I feel like Max and Oscar would be good, but Max and Carlos was one of my near options because Versailles is honestly one of my favorite duos of all time, and I say that with no shame.
No shame.
No shame.
That's my...
And no judgment.
No judgment. That was a great team, Avi.
Honestly, I thought I was ready to, drag Avi's team, but I'm in full support.
You ate with that. Thanks, Vicky.
No
You
mud
killed it.
dragging. Okay, Cam, what is your team that you picked up?
Okay, oh my gosh, I literally can't speak, guys. I'm so sorry.
We have a sick one in the call today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So drivers, I would go, he's young, he has the skill. And then for his teammate, I would pick Charles. Though him and Charles, kind of brought out, the best driving in Baku and everything out of each other. I think they would do amazing things and be a great pair together. I would go McLaren engineers, but Red Bull strategist, and also pit crew as well, because Red Bull consistently has really, really good pit stops, except for a few here and there. Team principal, I'm gonna have to go Fred Vesser. I really like him and how the connections he makes with his drivers. Engine, I'm gonna go Mercedes, and then for the livery, I'm gonna go with the 2016 Mercedes silver, everything, just the classic, a nod to the silver arrow, everything.
That livery is peak. I love that livery so much, and Fred Visser. I love Fred Visser.
I'm in agreement with that lineup.
It's a good lineup. I would love to see them together in team once. That'd actually be perfect. So, good job, Cam. We love your team.
It would be a lot of battles, but I think it would be really good. And both of them are very careful not to damage the car. So I don't think if they got in a fight, there would be too many damage costs.
That's true. Okay, Delaney, what is your team?
Okay, my drivers. I have Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. That's just how it be sometimes. Gotta do it. I think the personalities kind of went well together. For my team, I have a combination of Ferrari and McLaren. Don't know the combination, just I like the vibes, you know what I mean? Team principal is Fred Whistler. I'm sorry. For the livery, I did one Senna livery. I thought that it was gorgeous. Photographed well, looked real good in Monaco. Loved it. I did a Mercedes engine. And for my team members, I did Ricky. I did Callum Nichols.
Ricky.
I want you to know, like, when you said Ricky, I thought of you and not, like, actually Ricky.
That's what I.
On the team.
If
Please, I was like, I have to put just Ricky.
for
Just
context,
Ricky.
Delaney is nicknamed Ricky in this little group we have. So in case you were wondering, her actual name is Ricky to us. So we
Delaney talks about Ricky so much, we just call her Ricky.
we thought you were Ricky instead of the real Ricky.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's actually me.
Yeah, Delaney is the pit crew.
Yes.
Get ready
Yeah.
for it.
And then I have Callum Nicholas from Red Bull, Laura Mueller from Haas, Esteban Ocon's engineer, and then I also have Adrian Newey. That's the setup.
Love the detail.
Yep.
Perfect. Sarah's next.
For my drivers, I have Oscar and Max, which I think Oscar has the most potential right now on the grid, and obviously Max is the best. Like, say what you want, but he is a 4-time world champion. So, and I think that their dynamic together could be really fun. I don't know, we haven't seen them like really interact off track a lot, but I think it would be good. And then for my team, I have Red Bull, and I know that they didn't have the best season this year, but I forgive them. And they've been like consistently the best for a very long time, so I'm letting this year kind of like slide. It's fine. For my team principal, I have Fred, because I love the way he like makes connections with his drivers. Like, I don't know, I admire him a lot for that. For my engine, I have Mercedes, like everyone else. I mean, you know. And I have the same livery as Avi, the like Marlboro like cigarette one, because I just feel like that's an iconic for McLaren.
It is such an iconic livery.
It's just so beautiful.
And I was this close to picking it.
Me too. It was my second option.
But don't worry, I went different. I went rogue.
Yeah, I went rogue too.
Period.
I tried to go as rogue as I could, but I was like,
Yes.
I feel basic.
Oscar and Max again. That's
I feel like Oscar and Max could lock in.
I think they'd be a great team.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
think
could
they're
handle seeing them battle. I don't know if I could like emotionally handle that, because I fear that Oscar's obvious. It's hard to choose a driver. Like, it's like, well, you know, you don't want them to be a second driver, but you also don't want them to be like competing where it's stressful. So it's such a complicated. It could go like 45,000 different ways. So, but yeah. Strong lineup, very strong lineup.
I agree. I think Oscar and Max have the potential to be really good teammates for some reason, like in my brain.
I agree with that.
And like, for some reason in my brain it like works.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love them together.
I like that.
I think they're underrated.
Big fan.
Yes.
2 thumbs up for me.
So Katie.
Avi, give us your emotions.
Avi first, yes, of course.
Okay.
Avi approves.
Avi approved.
Okay, Katie, enlighten us with your F1 team.
So I thought that everybody else was going to put Lando on their teams, so I didn't put Lando on my team, and now I'm realizing nobody else put Lando on their team, so I could have.
No, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, but nobody else did, and I thought like everybody was going to have them, so I went different. But it's okay, because I still am in full support of my team. I did Max and Charles. For some reason, I was like, them two on the track together, it could get messy. But they're like this, so the moment they get off the track, like, we're gonna be chill. So I was
Good
like,
point.
If something happens, I'm not too stressed about it. It'll be fine. But they're both such good drivers, like, I couldn't not take Max, obviously. And then I was like, I feel like him and Charles could work together really well in most situations.
Yeah.
For like the team standpoint, like from strategists and engineers, I went full Red Bull, specifically because I wanted Newey when Newey was a Red Bull. I want Hannah Schmitz.
Sorry, you just got the. She's got the thumbs up thing on. Okay. Just keep going.
Took Red Bull because I wanted Newey, Hannah Schmitz, which is their like lead strategist. Love her. She's an icon to me.
Yes.
And then that one guy who's on their pit crew, the one with the dreads. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. I don't know his name.
Callum Nicholas.
Callum Nicholas.
Look it up.
I know
Just
nothing
to-
about him.
I
I,
love
just
him.
love his energy, and I need him on my team.
Understandable.
For my engine, I took a Ferrari engine. I don't know. It sounded fun. Team principal, I also went with Fred. I don't know. I think he's such an icon. I just love that man so dearly. He's hilarious. And then for livery, I went with McLaren's 2021 Monaco livery, the like orange and blue one.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
my second.
This livery, like, so many people were like different about it, and so many people hated it, but I loved it. And it was like one of the first McLaren liveries I remember. So I was like, yeah.
Love it. I feel
I
like
like it.
Max and Charles for sure could be. I feel like it could either go two ways. They would be the best
Yeah.
duo, unbeatable. They would battle, but like in a good way, not in a
Yeah.
Mercedes way. So but I also think that could totally go like explosive, and I would be genuinely scared to like even as both I love Max and Charles, of course. I actually think I would like have gray hairs during that season.
Oh, me too.
But
I like was
Still.
like I thought about that when I chose them.
Yeah.
I was like, this could go horrendously, but on like the chance that it goes really well
It would
and
be
it's like
amazing.
the greatest thing ever.
Yes.
We need
Yeah.
this.
you need to take bets sometimes, you
So.
know? I understand. I
I
love
know. I
it.
was like, we're gonna take the risk. We're gonna put them both in there and see
Of
what
course.
happens. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. So for my team, I did Max Verstappen, and this might be controversial. I chose Fernando Alonso, and I do I do know
Wow.
I do know that
That's
this
a
could
vibe.
be kind of rough because Fernando isn't exactly the nicest person, nicest second driver in history, but hear me out. It would be fantastic entertainment. They're both very like villain-esque kind of drivers. I don't know. It could be very explosive, and there's probably like an 85% chance they would be. But on the off chance, again, like how Katie was saying with Max and Charles, I think that they could be a good team. They also did say that they want to race together in the Le Mans, the 24-hour Le Mans, at some point. So I just think they might be a good dynamic. I think they understand each other and respect each other very well. So there's my take on that. I'm with Katie too, and well, actually most of you guys, or not most, but some of you guys. Red Bull being I would just do Red Bull as like a whole team, because I love their engineers. GP is like fantastic, and Hannah Schmitz, of course, is the best strategist. I love her so much, and I just like the way she understands the sport and the strategy is so interesting. I love it. And of the pit crew, they are so consistent with their pit stops. They never really have a bad pit stop. They do occasionally, but very rarely. And I just think they'd be a very loyal and dependent pit crew. And then team principal, I chose Fred Vasseur, of course. Again, I think he just makes the best connections. And since he's recently joined Ferrari, I think that he's helped the team improve significantly since Binotto was left. So yeah, I think that's a good tell on how he is as a team principal. And then I would do the Honda engine, because so far that has been labeled as the best engine as Red Bull has it right now, and it seems more dependent than most of them, and yeah, that's it. And my livery, this is very rare. I feel like I did the Lotus 93T John Player Special livery. I don't know if you guys know what this is. It's black and gold. It's the John Player Special for Lotus. It was black and with gold accents, and I'm telling you, this is the most glorious livery I've ever seen in my entire life. It's been my favorite livery for like ever. I think it's the prettiest car, and that era of cars too was fantastic. So it makes it even look even better. But there's my team. Thank you.
Great with that.
Do you guys agree?
Wait, are
I
you
need
talking
opinions.
about?
I like.
Yes.
Yes, there was a car that kind of looked like this at Coda.
Oh,
There
really?
was one with a livery similar, and it was really cool.
That would have been so nice to see. I need to know if you guys agree with my opinions or not. I need approval.
I do.
I agree.
I'm
I
here
think
for
your
the
driver
PS.
lineup is fun.
Thanks.
And if it goes really well, I'm like, wow. I would
Yeah.
never think of that. but it would be so amazing.
Right?
And even if it goes badly, I would just be extremely entertained all the time.
Exactly.
So, like, that's not the end of the world either.
Yep.
Same.
I would just provide entertainment, and there's one good thing
It's
that
not
comes out of
something I
it.
would have thought of, but I, like, really like it.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan.
And I love Hannah Schmidt so
much.
that
That
queen.
woman, I love her so dearly.
She,
Her and Laura
yes.
together.
Yeah, they're all fantastic.
I love-
Well, I love all of our teams. I think all of our teams would be very, very good. Very good. I think
I
they'd be
think
good.
all of our teams were good.
Yeah, no bad teams. Nothing
No
really
bad
bad about
teams.
them, honestly.
But I'm going to say it. I think Sarah's team was the best. Sorry.
I
I would like something about the Max and like Oscar together like scratched my brain, and she had a really good team behind it. I'm like, yes,
yes,
yes.
feel
I'm telling
motivated.
you.
Maybe-
But at the same time, I know that like realistically this probably would never happen, but like seeing Oscar in Red Bull, I think that would like actually give me like severe anxiety. So it's like I know that it will like never happen because
Yeah.
Max is not leaving Red Bull. Like I don't
No.
know, but like I know you guys have seen that edited picture of him where Oscar's in the Red Bull suit. Like
Oh my god.
ew.
The like beginning of the season edited pictures of Lando Norris in like different teams.
Sorry.
Here's my hand. It's not even here.
I can't.
Guys, I'm throwing my iPad out the
Technical
window and buying a
difficulties.
laptop after this. I can't do it anymore.
Do it.
Anyways,
Anyways, the edited pictures of Lando Norris in like other team suits had me like wanting to throw my guts up. I was so like it felt like I was being stabbed.
I don't know, guys. I love the
This
pictures.
art was, like,
Me.
I think that look in Red Bull.
Oh my gosh. The same way
That's
that
good,
Charles
but I'm
will
like,
never
I
read.
can't see him driving another car.
That's true.
Ever.
The same way Charles will never leave Ferrari, I don't see Lando ever leaving McLaren.
Yes.
Like it kind of seems the same.
This is how I felt when
I
I.
never see Charles in a different color. He's always going to be red.
This is exactly how I felt when I saw edited pictures of Max in a Mercedes suit, and I was like,
Oh,
"What do you
those?
mean?"
And
That's
Lewis in the
Actually
Ferrari.
criminal.
Except Lewis and Ferrari is
Can we
actually
just
true.
stop
So
the like
unfortunately.
editing of drivers into new race suits?
Yeah.
Just-
I was
don't
like,
need that.
guys, let's calm down here. Let's calm down,
I
please.
don't need this.
I don't need it.
It hurts me. I don't want this.
Unnecessary. Truly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I really just don't want to know. I don't
No,
even
thank
want to
you.
think about it until it's confirmed by a team.
80
Yes.
years was my favorite.
Oh my god, please.
Yeah. I loved everybody's, but yeah, I really like Katie's. I loved yours.
In that golf livery,
I love that livery, and I've seen so many people talk about how much they hate it, and I'm like,
I
Yeah,
wish
what?
someone had a permanent golf livery because the Williams one and the McLaren one, I'm obsessed with the.
Oh, good.
colored
I
blue with the
love them
orange.
so much.
The McLaren Golf one was my second pick to the Mercedes.
Really?
Good choice.
Gorgeous.
they're so good. They're so good.
Ugh.
But I like literally just Googled like McLaren liveries and scrolled them because I knew it was going to be a McLaren livery for me. They never
Yeah.
mess up in my
Approved.
eyes.
Very true.
They're always perfect.
Yes. No
The
wrongs.
chrome one,
Liveries. Oh my god, the chrome livery.
it was so pretty on picture. Like in person, I kept thinking,
beautiful.
well, okay, the Alpine was orange, and that was really confusing because I kept thinking, that
Yeah.
it was
Oh, yeah.
McLaren, but the chrome was gorgeous in person.
So
Like,
pretty.
so shiny.
Oh my
The
gosh,
chrome
I'm
was my
jealous.
second pick because I lived for the chrome. I thought
I
the
love
chrome
it.
was like the greatest thing ever.
When did
Yeah.
they have like when was the chrome like their permanent? Like
That
when
was in
that?
like 2008 ish, I believe, when like Lewis Hamilton
Yeah.
was driving for them, and Jensen
Right.
And then
Button
they've
when
done
they were
like
teammates.
a chrome livery in the past few years, like a couple times.
Yeah, when it was like
It wasn't
official.
just a one-off either.
Yeah.
They keep bringing it back.
Yeah, when it was official, it was
Yeah.
Jensen and Lewis, and it was with the red. So good,
Mhm.
so good. I loved it.
Oh.
But yes,
I lived for the new chrome livery though. Like that just
Yeah, it
Super
was
good.
like every picture I had of it, I was like drooling. I was like, oh,
so good. Perfection. Perfection in a car.
I feel like the papaya color, like if you complement it with a color that like matches it really well, it's just the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like that car will just always look so good.
Mm-hmm.
Blue.
Even the pink when Danny was still at McLaren
Oh,
and they did
yeah.
like the orange and the pink. I love that livery. It's so bad.
You're getting like
Also-
cuteness, like aggression over here. You're like, so good.
I love McLaren liveries, and I like it's a problem.
Yeah.
I think my honorable mention is the Alpine pink camo.
My honorable mention was Red Bull's Las Vegas livery last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Or their Star Wars livery.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
When they released the Las
That's
Vegas
good.
one from the ceiling in a club, and I was like,
I'm
wow.
just sitting there.
Applause.
Yup.
But yeah. Basically,
Yes.
the Star Wars one where they had like the stormtroopers.
Yes.
So
it was
funny.
cool.
I loved that one. I was like, you guys need to do more special liveries because they don't do like
I
extravagant
just
ones
randomly
anymore.
see a video of like a Red Bull car, and then there's stormtroopers, and I'm like,
When did this happen?
hey,
Okay, cool.
okay, all right, whatever.
But yeah.
No, that was a cool livery.
Mm.
Live for it.
Well, I think this will officially conclude our episode. We had a little nice discussion of liveries because this is something we're very passionate about. Liveries,
I live for a good livery.
they're so important to the sport. They're so important. But
Important to me.
hopefully you guys approve of our F1 teams. If you don't, please keep your opinions to yourself because we don't want to get our feelings hurt. So
Please do not comment about how much you hate me. I don't want to hear
no,
it.
thank you. We are
will be
okay.
discussed in the group chat later if you do that.
I will send your comment to them and be like, I'm crying.
Yes,
What am I saying?
trust you will be dealt with. But thank you very much for listening or watching, and we will see you next time. Goodbye. Goodbye.